Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Sunday, as the traditional markets are going to be opening up here very soon, and futures markets are going to give us an idea of where institutional capital is hedging their bets coming into the week. And I do believe that we're going to be seeing the Trick, Trap, and Frustrate crew come into the cryptocurrency market this week. And that's why I'm in front of this chessboard right now, because we have to assume what the next move is going to be here in the cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin breaking above 40,000 US dollars. A lot of analysts are still pretty undecided, but I think I have a pretty firm grasp over what's going to happen. And first, I want to dive into the analysis that we pretty much covered yesterday, but I'm going to just give you guys an overall summary here of what I'm personally expecting right now, that Bitcoin did have the chance to cross back above 40,000 US dollars. First and foremost, we know 41,950 is the major resistance right now, and that's why we have yet to see real decisive price action above this level. But notice how today we have a candle high of 42,168, so we did slightly breach above this level. Therefore, we do want to start looking at candle symmetry to talk about exactly how price action has reacted to the $41,950 level. That'll give us an idea of the immediate short term. And right off the bat, what you'll notice is on the hourly chart, the only candle that got above 41,950 had a bearish tail, and it looks like a body that wants to potentially test lower levels is on the table. And so at this point, with this 100 period moving average sitting just below 40,000 US dollars on the hourly chart, I do expect Bitcoin to potentially slow down right now as we've come above 40,000. And I talked about this scenario yesterday being the most likely scenario, that Bitcoin at this point is going to want to put the bulls and the bears on their toes. And the way it's going to do that is it's going to stay below 41,950, stay above 38,000, and range inside of this channel. And that's going to be the most probable scenario, in my opinion, to not only keep the bears still tuned into the charts, but also keeping the bulls on the fence of whether or not they want to continue entering positions. And notice something here that I find very interesting is on this exact hourly candle, February 6, 2022 at 9 o'clock, if we go to the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart at this exact time, look what actually also sold off into Bitcoin that allowed Bitcoin to come above 41,950, Ethereum. So it looks like the only way that we were able to see price action get above 41,950 was for Ethereum to be sold into Bitcoin. And that's something that the whales have played over and over again throughout this bull and bear market by moving assets across the board from different cryptocurrencies to manipulate price, right? We see that a lot on the weekend, especially when there's no institutional participation, because the whales have a lot more control over price during the weekend, especially without institutional capital in the market. And so we have to ask ourselves, when Bitcoin actually moved above 40,000, what did we notice on the Snipers channel? For those that remember, for those that have been tuned into the channel, by the way, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. For the most accurate cryptocurrency channel in the internet, we know all of the numbers that we've been monitoring have been extremely crucial and important for Bitcoin over the last few days, and especially over the last few weeks. And so what did we notice when Bitcoin moved above 40,000? Well, we noticed that the altcoins outside of Ethereum decided to move to the downside, and they are potentially in a very fragile and vulnerable area right now, testing this major macro structural support level for the sixth time right now. We've been talking about this. You knock on a door 6 times, someone's going to let you in. And so if that happened on the day that Bitcoin was able to move above 40,000, could we just throw an assumption out there that the reason Bitcoin moved above 40,000 was because altcoins moved into Bitcoin? Maybe not Ethereum, because Ethereum didn't show weakness at that time. But today, in order for Bitcoin to have went above 41,950, there was clear sell-off in the Ethereum to Bitcoin pairing. And so today we're also seeing Ethereum to Bitcoin sell-off into Bitcoin in order to manipulate Bitcoin's price, to just see price action above 41,950. Does that tell us that there's actual capital moving into Bitcoin that's bringing the price up, or it's just manipulation? And if it is just manipulation, then I think that the scenario that we've been saying is the most probable, which is Bitcoin slowing down below 41,950, but staying above 40,000 41,000, or potentially, and most importantly, staying above 38,000 is going to be the most likely scenario. I think that's this right here is certainly on the table. If we break above 41,950 with decisiveness, I'll immediately put out a video for you guys. But I do believe, just to wrap up this Bitcoin analysis, and then we'll cover some fundamentals, that we are going to be playing inside of this channel between 41,950, 38,000. And realize this, not only do we have our weekly open here at 38,000 US dollars, we're going to have our previous weekly open there as soon as this weekly candle closes, but we also have the monthly open here. And so to come and test the monthly and weekly open is also going to be garden variety market behavior, both of them sitting just below 40,000. And that's why I believe 38,000 is still the major level for Bitcoin. And I just deleted it off the chart, so I'll remove that, or I'll add it back when I add the previous weekly open there tomorrow. And so now that we've covered that, what I want you guys to realize is, as it comes to this open for futures, what I'm monitoring is going to be, number one, the DXY. Are we going to be breaking this 100-day moving average that we're testing for a second time? A break below this 100-day moving average for the DXY is a very bullish puzzle piece for Bitcoin. To find support, especially if we get above 95.885, would be a bearish puzzle piece. And then secondly, we're going to be monitoring the S&P 500 sandwiched in between the 100 and 200-day moving average right now. Breaking below the 200-day moving average would be a very bearish puzzle piece. Breaking above this 100-day moving average would be an extremely positive puzzle piece for the Bitcoin price when it comes to the four-dimensional revolving parts. And then what I'll also monitor is U.S. oil forming new yearly highs with a candle high to close Friday of $93.14 for a barrel of oil. These are prices that we haven't seen in a very long time for oil. And so I think a lot of this has to do with the inflationary pressures, but a lot of this, in my opinion, is having a direct correlation of the DXY moving down, losing value, causing oil to increase in price. Cathie Woods doesn't think it's inflationary based on her recent update that was posted 2 days ago. She believes that the reason oil is seeing this type of price action is because it's almost like a tax on the lower income individuals, which I think is quite aggressive there by the cartels that control oil. But I think it's a puzzle piece to know that if U.S. oil is strengthening as a commodity, that could certainly be a bullish puzzle piece for Bitcoin. So let's monitor oil. If we drop below 90, that would not be a good thing for Bitcoin. Shows that maybe the inflationary pressures are not real, as Cathie Woods is saying. But if we continue to see upside, inflationary pressures are certainly going to be there, and that could help Bitcoin. And so I think that that's something to monitor. And just to cover some headlines here, and we'll wrap up this Sunday analysis. We've got a conference coming up, by the way, Bitcoin 2022 Miami. I've got a promo code for you guys to get 10% off, Moon22. I'll leave a link down in the description below. This is the largest Bitcoin conference in the world. I think over 30,000 people are confirmed. If you guys want 10% off, use our code Moon22. Once again, I'll leave a link in the description below for that. But other than that, check out our daily on-chain exchange flow today. Very beautiful on-chain exchange flow with 90 million in Bitcoin leaving exchanges, 20 million in Ethereum leaving exchanges, but 113 million in USDT coming on exchanges. And we all know, what do you use USDT for on exchanges? Put it in the comments below. To buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, maybe some altcoins, right? Which altcoins are you guys buying if you guys are into any altcoins? I know some people were raving over OMI that I mentioned yesterday. And so there's a lot of great altcoins right now, despite what's happening with altcoins. So keep this in mind. As much as we're seeing a drop in dominance for altcoins with this move to the upside, I don't believe in this cycle the same way that the DXY didn't correlate with Bitcoin dominance for the first time in 2017 and 18, that in this cycle it's going to be this a very different altcoin market, as we're already seeing a lot of decoupling charts from the 2018 market, where I think fundamentally sound coins will stay strong. We actually did see that a little bit in 2018 with some coins like Link. Chainlink did very well during the bear market of 2018, despite every other altcoin not doing well. And to actually bring up altcoins, and then we have a very interesting Bitcoin chart I want to show you guys. But I've got this metrics that was sent to me on Discord here of some altcoins right now that are breaking out: Cosmos, Avalanche, Binance Coin, Polkadot, Chiliz, Litecoin, Terra, Decentraland, and then some emerging coins: Polygon, Near, Oasis Network, Monero, Kava, FTX, Ethereum Engine, and Cardano still emerging right now, not yet breaking out. Tron also breaking out. So a lot of legacy coins seems like are breaking out. That could be another indicator that there's a lot of manipulation happening in the markets, because we know the only people that really trade legacy coins are whales that have been in the market for quite some time. So a lot of signs of manipulation, I'd say, over this weekend. And so that's why I'm doubting that 41,950 is going to see strength at this point right now, at least in the immediate short term. I think that we want to put the bears and bulls on their toes by coming below 40,000 one more time just to test levels. But as long as we stay above 38,000, that's totally garden variety market behavior. We break 38,000, we break our weekly open, which is like 37,900. Now we can get a little bit more concerned. But if we stay below 41,950, stay above 38,000, that's the best case scenario in my opinion. Maybe not the best case, but it's a good case. It's garden variety market behavior, right? If we break above 41,950, that's the best case scenario, because now we're really showing strength. And so I think that that's quite clear. And then check this out, 3-day MACD. Every time that we've seen a crossover, we've seen some nice price action. Just wanted to throw this out there for you guys. I think this is very interesting to monitor. We currently don't have the crossover confirmed, but there's a potential crossover to come. And so with that being said, if we do see this crossover on the 3-day chart, we know the last 3 times that happened, it followed with a lot of positive price action for Bitcoin to the upside. And then the last thing I want to talk about is for those that have been monitoring the CME gaps for Bitcoin, we actually saw this recent bottom for Bitcoin at an exact CME gap. I think it was 32,930. And CME gaps have kind of been thrown to the side over the last few months, if not the last year to two, because Bitcoin has just not come down to fill these gaps. But this was the first time when everyone was ignoring the CME gaps that it was actually a very good indicator of where we're going to bottom out in the immediate short term. And so I know there's one more CME gap around 24,000. And so that's just something to keep in mind. We did come and already fill the $32,920 CME gap. And that was a literally exact bottom for Bitcoin in the recent downturn that we saw. And so does that mean that 24,000 is on the table? Doesn't necessarily mean it is. It could come a lot later down the road, but that's just some food for thought. There's a lot of bearish and bullish puzzle pieces on the table. What I will say is that, you know, in the immediate short term, it looks like we've bottomed out. As long as the S&P 500, the 4-dimensional aspects of the market, don't break down on us over the next week, then I think there's still a lot of strength for Bitcoin in the immediate short term. And things could always change. As long as we stay above 40,000, at some point or another, if we can get to 49,700, I think that's going to be the macro shift in dynamics for this market, to say that maybe we're actually back in a bullish trend, that Bitcoin has the potential to see new all-time highs. But until 49,700, we just have to assume we're seeing some sort of a corrective wave right now. But you know, it's never a bad idea to play these corrective waves. We entered positions in at 35,000. Those in the Discord as a swing trade, long-term entry. I'm expecting 50,000 as my final target there to take some profits off the table, and then maybe leaving a little bit in there for the long term and never touching. Put it in the hodl bag, right? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this Sunday update. I'll see you guys next time. Remember to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm for these on-the-go updates. And if something does happen above 41,950, I'll get a video out before the next 24 hours. But if nothing happens, then we'll have a Monday update, maybe a live stream here soon, and we'll keep going. With that, thank you all for tuning into the Snipers channel today. I'll see you guys next time. Snipers.